This was a lot of fun to shoot. I was shooting in the studio. We were using constant lights. The nice thing there is when I put those lights on, they're similar to a video light in that what you see is what you get, and that makes it really easy to quickly light and shoot whatever I want to photograph. And in this case, I was using the Westcott Flex lights. That's the name of these lights, and I had them daylight balanced so that the light coming in from outside coordinated with the light I was shooting with, which really made sure that I had my color balance set. And while photographing the families, I was using a combination of the Nikon D850 camera as well as the 24-70 f2.8 lens that let me get kind of a larger group together and shoot in a way that I had an f-stop that was a bit more shallow, but not so shallow that I had anybody out of focus. That was pretty important. And then when I was photographing smaller groups, like just the children with their puppies, for instance, I switched to the 105 f1.4 lens, and that let me shoot a lot more of a crystal clear shot because the optics on that lens, the 105, are so beautiful. It let me shoot really clear optics, and I didn't have to worry so much about a larger group, so I could zoom a little tighter, which is what that 105mm focal length allowed me to do. The other times I was using different gear is when I was shooting in a manner of photographing over the puppies, shooting down at the basket and in the various ways we had the puppies set up. And in that case, I was just shooting with the wide angle, the 24mm side of the 24-70 lens, and I could just kind of lean right over and get the shot I wanted. And the biggest thing to keep in mind there is I'm getting the dog's attention. I'm making sure he's looking up at me so I can get that shot. I also am making sure that I have a shutter speed that is fast enough that since I'm shooting from a bit of an awkward angle, I know that I'm going to have a clear, sharp shot and I'm not going to have unintentional blur because my shutter speed is too slow. And I also just want to make sure I'm not getting, part of me in the shot, which is really easy to do when you're shooting kind of top down over your subject like we were in this case. But overall, this was just such a blast to do because these puppies are so darn cute. Got to go in really tight, get beautiful little details, really focused on these eyes and the sweet vulnerability of these animals. And it was just a whole lot of fun to photograph this episode.